Hi guys, welcome to the Vima Show once again. We are grateful to God because of everything that He has done so far. Thank you guys for the love, the amazing comments, and everything that we are doing. We thank God for that. And so today, in a new place, that is OHM Village Inn in Kitui Town. And I thank God for them for allowing me to have the show here. They have the best services, guys. You need to pay a visit here. They have the best restaurant, the best accommodation, and so we thank God for that. Yeah, and as you know that our aim is working towards our marriage and ensuring that our marriages work. We continue to emphasize that marriage with God works, and it's amazing to see how your comments have been positive. Most of you are learning, and so it's by God's grace. And if you're in a relationship, if you're dating, if maybe you're in courtship or either planning for your wedding and planning to cross over to the marriage side, continue to trust God and continue to know that with God that marriage is going to work. Yeah, and so today I want us to talk about the things that you should not ignore while dating or in courtship or even in marriage, because you need to solve them. If you're in a relationship and you see these things happening, kindly be warned, be very careful, because that doesn't mean that the marriage or rather the relationship is not going to work, but you need to work them out, because marriage is work, relationship, dating, the courtship is all about work. You have to work for it. Yeah, and so something that is one of the things that you need to look out for. Don't ignore this, kindly. Don't ignore this. When you see that you people there in your dating, in your relationship, in your marriage, there is no communication, don't ignore it. So communication is one of the key. Communication is everything in a relationship. Communication is everything in marriage, when you're dating, when you're in courtship. Make sure is that communication is you converse. You can converse. Now we have the internet. You can converse through the internet. You can make calls. You can meet and talk. And so that is one of the things that you need to look for. Yeah, communication. Communication, I've said that it's the key for a good and successful marriage, for a good and successful relationship. Communication, I'm going to broaden it, and I'm going to bring out, for example, when can communication go down in a relationship or in a marriage setting. Okay, let's say that maybe you had a disagreement with your partner. When, let's say it's a man, and you've had a conflict with your wife, or even you're dating your fiancé or your fiancée, and then there's a conflict. How do you solve that conflict? You can bear me witness that most of the people, what they are going to do, they'll be silent. Umenikosea, so I'm going to be silent because of that. Amenikosea, I'll not talk to him after he has not even apologized. So what is the best thing to do in this conflict resolution thing? How do you solve your conflict? Do you just be silent? Do you remain silent? Let me tell you, silence is going to kill that relationship. Silence is going to kill that marriage. And so the best thing to do, speak it out. Solve out issues. You can even see some married people, after maybe they have a disagreement with the partner, they'll move out. If he's a guy and if he's into drinking, he'll start drinking. He'll go out, share a good time with the friends, and then that is when he comes back home, you'll see that he's not even talking to the wife. If he's a lady, you're going to indulge and get into other things just because you have an issue with your partner. Make sure that you solve it. You can even see that maybe if you have kids, what will happen? You'll start now treating the kids in a bad way just because you've had some issues with your partner. Kindly, you need to talk about it. Talk about it. Don't just say, I'm going to wait. And there's this character of we as ladies, when there's an issue in marriage or in a relationship, we expect the guy to apologize. But because most of the men, just because of their ego, they think that, I cannot apologize, I'm going to feel diminished, I'm going to feel like I'm too low. Am I going to stoop too low and apologize to this lady just because we've had an issue? Men, you need to know that it is good to say sorry to your lady. You need to learn to say sorry. This is your partner. This is the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. So when you say that, what will people say? Will they say that nimekaliwa or no? This is your partner. This is someone who trusts you for who you are. Someone who loves you for who you are. So you don't need to feel like my ego is going down when I say sorry to this lady. So let us learn how to communicate. Communication is going to make your marriage strong. It is going to make your relationship strong. Learn to apologize. I know there are so many ways of apologizing, men, but kindly learn to open your mouth and say sorry when you wrong this person. Also for the ladies, let us understand our position in a relationship and in this marriage. Let us learn to respect. Let us learn to submit. Respect will come in as much as you really want your relationship to work. You need to understand that my position as a lady in this relationship, in this marriage, is to submit. Submitting, it doesn't make you to be inferior. Submitting is paying respect, giving your husband respect. And most of the ladies, we are told that we are made up, we like speaking so many words, and that is when now the abusive words will come in. Don't ever abuse your partner. As a lady, never call names that is bad names to your partner, because he's going to feel inferior. His ego is going to go down, and that is where now the fight will come in. So just understand your position as a lady. Understand your position is to submit. Men, you need to love your wives, and ladies, let us submit. Let us learn how to submit to our husbands and our men in this. If we really want our marriages to work, we have to do that. So communication, make sure that you learn how to communicate wisely, because even the Bible says that a good and a wise lady builds her home with her own hands and destroys it with her own hands. Let us be good ladies. Let us build our homes. Let us build our relationships. If we at all want our relationships to work, we have to build with our own hands. Use wisdom. Pray to God to give you wisdom, to give you the understanding. How can you understand one another? Communication will help you to understand one another. What are my likes? What are my dislikes? You're going to understand one another the more you communicate. So if maybe there is an issue, don't be silent. Kindly communicate to your partner. Don't remain silent in whatever you do. Yeah, another thing that you also need to be careful on, something else that you should never ignore while you're in a marriage or in a dating setting. You need not to ignore a person who is very secretive, a partner who is not willing to open up about their past lives, a partner who is not willing to say that this is how my journey has been. And when this person is so much secretive, they'll have some things that they're going to hide. And why are they hiding their past? Why are they hiding their past? Is it because they are still dwelling on that? And so if you really want your relationship to be built on a very strong foundation, you need to be open. Be open to your partner. Don't be secretive. If maybe you had your past, open about your past. Maybe you had several exes. Do not be silent about it. Communicate to your partner, and it will help you to continue bonding. When you open up to one another, it builds trust. That is how you build trust in your relationship. You need to open to one another, open up. You have to say, if maybe there is something that you did, something that happened to you. I know we have some dark past, but don't enclose it to yourself. Tell your partner, inform your partner. Because if at all this relationship, this marriage is built on true love, this person will just love you for who you are, and they are going to be so much happy and so much excited because at least you opened up to them. So don't be secretive. As you date, don't be secretive. Speak it out. Work out for maybe there's something that you need some, maybe you can have been assaulted, you could have been defiled when you're young. Don't fear to speak about it. When you speak about it to your partner, they'll help you to heal. It takes healing. It's a process, And so if your partner really loves you, they'll help you to go through it. They'll help you in that healing process. And so make sure that you speak up and also speak about it. Share. Don't be secretive about your past. Another thing that you also need to know that you should never ignore while you're dating, while you're in marriage. Never ignore your intuition as a person. Intuition is that feeling, that inner feeling that this thing is not really good. That is what my soul is saying. This thing is not going to work. This thing is not working out. So when you feel that your spirit, let me call it that, your spirit is telling you that, okay, I'm in this relationship, but I don't feel like it's going to work out. I don't feel like this person is going to be the best for me. This person, I don't feel like it's going to work. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. And I know that when you do that, if maybe you have that feeling, that negative feeling that this thing is not going to work. This relationship is not going to take us to marriage. Kindly do not follow that, because your intuition will always be correct. When you have that feeling that this man maybe is like pretending, this lady is not herself, she's just pretending so that she can win me, and it's really communicating to you, kindly do not neglect that feeling. You need to know that it's a feeling that you need to think about it. And if you have at all to break that, we say that it's better a broken relationship than a broken marriage. If you feel that when I go to this person in marriage, it's not going to work, kindly, it's better to break up. Yeah. And so that is one of the main things that you also need to never ignore while you're dating. Another thing that you should never ignore is when this person is not willing to commit. You're dating, you're dating, and you've been dating for long, 3, 4, 5 years, 6 years, and this person is not even willing to commit. How do you commit in a relationship? How do you commit yourself as a man, as a lady? The first thing, this person will be willing to introduce you to your friends, to their friends, Their friends, they are willing to introduce you to their friends. And if at all they are willing to introduce you to their friends, that is one of the things that shows that this person is really committed to this relationship. It's one of the things that show this person is eagerly and very willing to sacrifice a lot for our relationship to work. Another thing that shows commitment is when this person definitely, they are willing to introduce you to their spiritual parents. Yes. Like their pastors, their church bishops. If this person is willing to introduce you to their spiritual fathers, it means that they are serious about it. They are serious about it. Another form of commitment is this person should introduce you to their parents. You've been dating for long. You're almost nearing the courtship period. So this person should have already introduced you to their parents. And if they introduce you to these 3 key people, the parents, the spiritual fathers, and also the friends, it shows that the people are willing to commit themselves in that relationship. Yeah, and so thank you for watching our today's episode. I'm glad that you stayed tuned. I hope that you've learned, you've gained some concepts of this relationship, and I said that it must work. With God, it works. And so stay tuned, keep on subscribing, more episodes are coming, and if you have any comment, I know that most of you are full of ideas, kindly comment on the comment section. And if maybe, remember I said that we are dealing with stories. The next episode, it's a very exciting one. We are going to have a very unique story on the show. If you really also feel that I should also host you to my show, kindly, I'll send my details will be there. Just comment, or you can use my email, which is going to be there, and we are going to ensure that our society is going to change. Our stories are the untold ones that can change our society, and our aim is to ensure our marriages are working. Don't forget to subscribe. God bless you. HMVFE. This is the place to be, and as you can see, we have a very nice restaurant. We have good meals and yummy meals. So the setting is very nice, and you can see we are encouraging you people, even though you're in country visit. This is the place to be.